Hi, I'm Gaudi Martinez. I'm a student of architecture, and today I want to share my thoughts and reflections about the uniqueness of a city we all know, Caracas. I choose the city because it's where I've lived all my life, and it always has caught my attention the fact that all its houses, buildings, malls, parks, and even roads are different from the others in town. In the following minutes, I will explain why Caracas is unique to me, according to colors, light, textures, acoustics, rhythm, vertical and horizontal circulation, and space and scale. Who knows, you could start to see your city from another point of view. Caracas is a colorful city. It has been known as the City of Red Roof, and its modern buildings have intense colors. In the first decades of the 20th century, the buildings were very uniform in color. With the increase in office buildings, architects had more freedom to experiment with the colors of the facades. Since then, we can see blue facades, like in the Parque Crystal Tower, green facades, like in Banesco Tower and Ciudad Banesco building, black glasses as windows, like the ones on the Cuba Negro, brick covers, seen in many buildings, and a more wide pattern of colors in general. Lighting is an important element in design. Here in Caracas, we can find many buildings with a good light distribution. Multinacional de Seguros Tower uses the accent light to show off the space effects. But light is more often used in buildings to give a general illumination, to light up the streets, or to stand out the entrances. In Caracas, most of the buildings are covered with stones, bricks, glass, or they are just painted. This gives us a variety of textures in the architectural elements of the city. For example, these pictures show some buildings that mix stones, bricks, paint, glass, wood, and metal in the same structure or in two structures not very far away from each other. Caracas is unique. It almost has more cars than people, and that creates a huge acoustic problem. I live near the main highway of the city, the Francisco Fajardo Highway, and the only thing that annoys my family and me is the noise of the cars passing over and over again. And this happens in many places of the city. In the areas where there's not too much traffic, noise is not a problem. In this city, the rhythm can be seen in the windows and balconies, if there are, of the buildings. Rhythm is also found on the urbanizations where the buildings are all the same. An example of this case is the Parque Central residential complex. Due to the fast growing of the population in the city, most of the buildings, especially residential ones, are built upward. These buildings have elevators and stairs. Malls and office buildings usually have escalators too. There is for sure a good vertical circulation. Horizontal circulation is most found in the hallways of the malls, like in San Ignacio Center. In the new home of the National Gallery of Art, we can appreciate an horizontal structure, but it's hard to find this on the city. Unlike other cities in Latin America, Caracas buildings are separated from each other. In Buenos Aires, for example, it's common to see that buildings don't have spaces between them. In Caracas, that space is often the entrance to the building's parking lot. That gives me the sensation of having more space on the streets, but in general lines, we're running out of space in the city. The integration of these concepts turned Caracas into a unique place in the country, in the world. Caracas is a warm and colorful place. Its buildings have hundreds of shapes, sizes, materials, and functions. Being here is a visual delight in every sense, but life here also has ugly parts. The excess of cars, the little space for so many people, the deterioration of the buildings, and the lack of awareness of its inhabitants make Caracas a chaotic city. This project made me more conscious of the issues of my city, and made me see the beautiful things we have, but it also made me see how we are destroying our town. We have to put our little grain of sand, otherwise our kids and our grandsons will receive just a deteriorated piece of the city.